All right, we're going to get a chance to take a look at a really cool Colt here. And I want to thank our friends over at Tucson Guns who have this and are giving us a chance to take a look at not just a cool gun, but a whole thing. And I think this helps show why collecting and why firearms can be so interesting to collectors. So we're going to be taking a look at a Colt and talk about why this particular Colt is so neat. So we've got some paperwork here. So this is a Colt Python, and it's 357, if I can get it to focus here. It's a 357 4-inch barrel Colt Python, and this is some paperwork from Connecticut, where, wait a minute, isn't that where Colt is from? Yeah, so we have first the bill of sale. So we'll start there, I guess, and we can see that the customer is C.E. Warner. That's actually the president of Colt Firearms. Had bought this firearm, and where's the date on here? Up here, he bought it on December 12th, 1978. And you can see that he asked for this particular 4-inch Python with engraving from the custom shop. And we can see that it was approved at the custom shop on the 14th. So pretty quick service, I guess, when you're the president of Colt. That happens pretty quick. So then we'll go to this, which is in Connecticut back in 78. Nice. Unfortunately, I think still now. They have to register their firearms, so we can see that it comes from Colt to the president of Colt Firearms. It's the Python and the 4-inch barrel, 357. And then, well, let's look at the date here. We can see that that's 12/22. 12/22, the same day. The lady that took possession of it, which happens to be the secretary of the president of Colt. So the president of Colt ordered from the custom shop this 4-inch Colt Python to give to his secretary, and we can see the paperwork here where it comes from the custom shop, and this is all the original Colt factory internal paperwork. Pretty neat. And then we see the Connecticut registration paperwork where the president of Colt takes possession of it from Colt Firearms. Same day, it goes from the president of Colt to the executive secretary, and then it's her firearm. Then if we fast forward a bit, we get to this other paperwork from 2011, and because she knew what she was doing, she transferred it to her relative who has had the firearm for a while, and that's what this piece of paperwork is. I'm not sure I want to show all the details of it, but it's basically that same Python, and this was in 2012. So when the secretary who got this gun as a gift gave this to one of her family, she took the time to get a notarized copy to keep with the paperwork so that we can see that this firearm came from the Colt factory to the president of Colt, to his executive secretary, and then to her relative, and now it's here at Tucson Guns for sale. So pretty neat. So let's take a look at the gun itself. It's a Colt Custom Shop 4-inch 4-inch Python. I will not touch it because it's a pretty expensive gun, I guess. I'm not selling guns here, so I have no idea how much it is, but I'm assuming with the paperwork that makes it a little bit more expensive than a typical Colt custom gun. So we can see the custom shop features here. You can see some detail. We've got all this hand engraving. I'm not about to open it. I looked to see if it was clear there without going near operating the firearm. And I guess from the story that I've heard is he also gifted her one that she could shoot, and she did shoot it quite a bit. And the relative who sold this one basically just was frustrated to have such a nice firearm, and I guess he's not in a position to just have something this valuable, in a position where it could become less valuable by getting hurt or damaged or something. So he did let it go, but he did keep the one that she shot. So she had a twin to this one that was the shooter, and this is the presentation piece. And it is just awesome. I'm hoping that the camera is doing justice to the engraving here, but it can be a little tricky with all the high polish on it. Obviously in immaculate condition, and we can see that it's got some of the custom shop stuff. 1977. And the old paperwork that would come with them. So, kind of neat. I'll spin this up so you can see the top of the box there is kind of custom too. And pretty neat little insight to the operations of Colt. I mean, how cool is it? The president of Colt is giving his executive secretary a custom shop Python. Not to mention, you know, that it's been able to keep all of its paperwork so that this thing has the story to tell. So hopefully I didn't do a great job of it, I'm sure, but hopefully I gave some insight as to how collecting firearms can be so interesting. And I would suspect this would be, I don't know how to value something like this, but we know that the president of Colt, all his firearms, his personal collection, are in a museum in Connecticut. At least that's what I'm told. So this is one of the few guns of that from that era, and you know, of that caliber, that are out in circulation. So there's got to be very few of these, and obviously without some of this paperwork, this would soon become just a really nice looking Colt, probably about half the value, I'm guessing. And then someone would have to get the Colt letter and everything, and they might find out that the president of Colt had it, but I think they might have some trouble figuring out where it went from there. So really interesting insight into collecting, and in particular collecting the Colts. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments, wherever you happen to see it, what you think. And as always, thanks for watching.